part 2 of the Punters show. And boys, the one thing we haven't spoken about in the week, which Golden Slipper Day should have been the feature of, but no matter what week it is, when we have horses test positive to ice, that has to be the best thing of all time.
What? Predict it. Is it positive to what?
Ice. Didn't you? I spoke about it on Friday. Didn't you know this?
I didn't. I thought it was a joke.
No.
Tested positive?
Fair dinkum. A couple of Luke Griffiths horses out from what was Luke trained at Scone, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've tested positive to ice.
The Rosehill winner? No.
I think it might be Just a Girl. I think it is. Yeah. Look, look. The original.
She played like a skunk that day too. I couldn't honestly work out how she won.
Yeah. A lot of the Cobalt horses are paraded like skunks too. It's if you have a look at what Cobalt does to horses, it sort of almost says here's the key negatives. Ice will make you fucking. The thing is, the problem would be for the jockey pulling it up.
Oh, elephant juice. Ice.
They just keep going. Ice. You don't sleep. Everything goes faster, and you're impenetrable.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. And the poor horse afterwards, as I tweeted out, I said, "What is it like with the poor horse coming down to this box, just sitting there going, I'm never going to sleep again," scratching itself."
I think you said on the show about 2 weeks ago, not long till one of the horses gets done for cocaine or like anything happened.
I see all.
Yeah. What are your
and
comments?
So when they announced it, what did they?
Well, they didn't. They didn't. Now this is. I don't know what the full story. Sorry, I do know what the full story is, but I don't know how much of the full story I'm allowed to say. But.
Say whatever you know.
Oh no, I'm just not sure. But I believe that the steward. Well, okay. 2 horses are tested positive ice. Luke Griffiths admitted that. I think Nick rang Luke, asked him directly, he said yes to. I think the male was 6, but Luke has said there's 2. So Luke's very aware of it. His stables were rated, all that sort of business. Now, these horses, whether it's Just a Girl or whether it's the other one that he's got in the championships or whatever these 2 horses are, aren't the punters entitled to know as soon as a horse is tested positive to fucking ice?
Well, apparently, like I read when Murray was talking about Black Caviar, he's going, all this testing we do, we won't announce if there's a positive.
Okay.
We'll only announce if it's negative.
What?
So they won't publicly divulge positives.
Why?
I don't know why.
Now,
like so we can manage the whole thing.
God, I hate racing these days.
Yeah, I mean, I think horses testing positive to ice isn't a great look for the industry. Now, I think the steward's response to one of the things was, well, we weren't going to deal with it until after the championships. Well, now people are betting on these horses.
This is the Oliver business.
People are betting on these horses.
The Oliver.
Now, if you're backing a horse that might have tested positive to methamphetamine the start before, aren't you entitled to know? And aren't you entitled to know that maybe that Just a Girl form, yeah, okay, you think Just a Girl's a skunk maybe, and it beat this horse, but maybe Just a Girl was just...
Not only that, it beat Tahitian Black. Dale had a heap of units on Tahitian Black.
Yeah, that's right, exactly.
Ruined the cellar.
Yeah, exactly. Aren't you entitled to know this, or is it just in the domain of the stewards to be able to say, oh yeah, we've got 2 tested positives, the horse has been on the fucking pipe, and yet, yeah, no.
Maybe the stewards are all bet for you. Is Darren Smith going to be able to get off his?
It's a fair stretch.
Guilty. Oh, they've given handed a sentence.
15 years.
But I mean, his horse was tested positive to cobalt when there was no threshold.
Yeah.
It does seem like you should be able to get off that. So it's
Well,
not being drink driving.
Because it occurs
It's not being
naturally,
drink
right?
driving, but they've got no limit.
Yeah.
Get 0.212. What's the limit? We haven't got one, but you seem drunk to us.
Yeah. Well, it's
It's a bit mad.
But
15 years.
the thing with that
He's
is,
a postman at the moment. He's
Yeah.
driving around a bike.
the thing
Getting a fortune.
But he's got the bodgy leg, the broken leg.
I said he's on a bike.
he's on a bike, yeah.
6,000 a week close he's getting, isn't
But the whole case up until this point just means nothing because it's going to end up in the courts. Whether it was A or B, it just ends up.
Right, can we have a Darren Smith benefit night like we had for O'Shea? Because he's going to
Can we have a Mark Sheen benefit night? Can O'Shea hand over the money he collected, now he's in the $1 million plus a year range, to money to Mark Sheen, who's now redundant and got no money?
We need to have a John O'Shea benefit night because his horses didn't run first 5 in the slip.
I know.
What about?
I want $1 billion.
He won $1 billion.
Oh, there's a few cross bettings too. He was $1 billion in front. He's now $2 billion in the hole. I got $1 billion out of the place. Vancouver wouldn't run a place. I had head-to-head Vancouver versus Excess Fear for an even $1 billion, and
You should be a lot more chipper today than you are. Like all that money you
No.
write off, Glenn.
Look, I know settling isn't going to be a problem, but I just feel bad that I'm taking it off.
Oh,
my
I
mate
see.
Glenn.
So
Yeah, I don't.
you're taking a hit for the side.
I know. Look, I know there'll be no problem settling. I know there won't be an issue, but I just feel bad that I'm taking it off.
Have you ever seen O'Shea's horses go from like 3 months ago to super boom, got the slipper covered? I mean, I'm not saying he was saying that. He was not saying that. People like us were saying
That's right, because he hadn't revealed his best best 2-year-old.
I said to John, you're going to win the slipper. He said,
In a
shut
circle.
up. Yeah. And then they get to the grand final and they can't pick their feet up.
Yeah.
And there's Gai 1-2ing again. She has Cornelia.
That's right. She's won too, doesn't she? Yeah. Exactly.
She trifected a few years ago.
Yeah.
And ha beat
Yeah.
old mate and old mate.
Yeah, accelerator and
Yeah.
Yeah, she is a frigging marvel.
No, she's awesome.
apparently everyone knows this now, but she puts the pirate flag up outside the stables now.
The ISIS flag or the pirate flag?
Very similar. It's very similar to ISIS.
See, he loves my joke. See, they're fresh to him.
I'd love to see an ISIS.
Right, so
I'm getting one.
went up to get a coffee on Saturday morning, and I was like, I can't listen to Gai on the radio. I have to turn her off.
She's torture.
I heard the first 10 seconds. She said, "We've hoisted the Jolly Roger."
Both stables.
What's the Jolly Roger about?
The pirate flag to say we're gonna take over this joint. We're just gonna raid this joint. Like we're coming to get you.
Every time I see Gai, I give her a kiss and I run. Because I really like her bubbliness, but I cannot talk to her and I can't listen to her, and on the radio you've got to turn her off.
I'm not like
It's
that.
fucking torture to talk to.
Yeah. Well,
But
she's
see,
also deaf, so
Yeah.
Ronnie goes, you've programmed this perfectly, Gai, and she goes, what? So it's a bit hard to interview someone that's hard to hear.
Did Robbie purposely send her deaf with some sort of medication? There'll be some racket in that for sure.
Oh, dear. Speaking about rackets, Glenn, you would have loved to be in South Korea.
Oh, I love this story.
Oh, was it Saturday or whenever it was? Whenever.
It was awesome, wasn't it?
Like, you've got to love all these people invading the track.
Show the picture,
photos
Matt.
now?
Yeah, lovely. This is great. Warwick Barr alluded to this. Thanks, Warwick. Good man.
And the beefcake on Twitter. Oh, Greg, is it Greg Cook? Is it?
Yeah, Greg Cook. Yep.
Yeah, he told us live.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is happening?
as it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely. So was this Saturday? When do they race in Korea?
We don't have
Saturday.
enough Punters show
Sure.
as it happens, do we? Because
No.
all the media sites now have as it happens.
As it happens, yeah.
Breaking.
Yeah. We'll just comment on. But Matt, do you want to Tracy?
Oh, praise. Basically, apparently in Korea, the start of the day is quite hectic. They must try and have heaps of races. So I think, from what I understand, I might get this a little bit wrong, but the jockeys have to. There's not enough time to come back and weigh and all that sort of stuff. So they weigh out for 2 races at a time.
Yeah.
So here's your saddle for race 1. Here's your saddle for race 2. Don't stuff it up. Anyway, race 1 has been won. Maybe it's race 2 by the second favourite. Gone back, weighed in light. So one of the issues that the administrators, one of their mistakes, was they didn't announce it publicly. So the poor little Koreans are going up to their bookmaker. Just here you go.
Is it
No, no.
bookmakers or all tote?
Tote, and they're going, no, it's disqualified. So they didn't tell them that the horse had
Right, that's mistake number 1.
number 1.
See what happened? They replaced Mark Sheen as on-course caller over there too. Mark was
Yeah.
pretty clever.
Oh, so they did what Sky Channel does when there's a protest.
Yeah,
for a
they
race,
just don't tell you.
And that doesn't come up till
No.
about 20 minutes later. They go,
Yeah.
oh, protest was dismissed.
Yeah, by the
You
way,
go, what?
yeah.
When you're at home betting
Yeah.
because you're sick and you're
Yeah.
diseased.
And they're trying to work out what happened was, and obviously the jockey had picked up his saddle for race 2
Yeah.
instead of race 1, which
Easy.
was 3 kilos lighter, and he's ridden the horse to victory. And so anyway, that's happened, and the punters have stormed the racetrack.
They have punters on the track there.
Yeah,
That's good,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
400 billion people in Korea. To get a crowd of 30,000 is nothing.
And then they tried to hurry the race along, but they're like, no, we're running onto the track, so you have to run past us.
taking over.
Hey. In Korea, they're not going to be stopping. You want to go off the track?
But this is South Korea, this is not
Yeah.
North Korea.
Oh,
No, North Korea, the machine gun. For bet.
So I don't know, did anything else happen? But that's.
But
that's
somehow the
pretty bad.
stewards reversed the
Oh,
decision.
riot
I
police.
don't get that.
Oh, yeah, the riot police
because they
came.
just said, well, we're going to have 30,000
No,
easy
it's obvious. Like, you've waited in line, you get disqualified.
Yeah, but I don't think they reversed the shit. I think it sounds like they paid out on
They
both.
paid out on both.
Because they had to appease the masses.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow, that's not bad. So next time...
This poor bloke has to read the amended announcement.
Yeah, oh, mate.
Oh.
He's been
I
machine
tell you,
gunned.
this is what it would be like. It'd be like this. Where's one? Very bigger mistake. Weighs a 6. You wouldn't believe it. But horse weighing away. We pay both ways. We very sorry. Massive fuck up by us.
That's exactly how he
That's
said
how he
it.
would have said it.
It's exactly.
You wouldn't believe it.
Beauty.
So protesting is alive and well.
So why
Thank
did they have to
And,
pay? Why did
and when people say there's no point protesting or throwing it
Yeah.
up,
Yeah,
there it is.
There you go.
Glenn,
There you go. So
you, me and Para
so-
next time.
so-
Up we go.
Racing administrators have had a cunning plan to avert such a crisis in the future by running down attendances to the point where they won't have an impact.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cases of drama.
All right. Grant has
Can
said
I
it.
just also mention? No, keep going.
You sure?
Yeah, I'll stand by.
Grant have to weigh in on a new Sky Racing coverage, man. Hong Kong, da 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 da. Yeah, well, we've sort of been all over that, haven't we? Yeah, cool. Dave has said, hey, trendsetters, you should be still using it. Yeah. You know what I hate?
Just go back to
Statistician.
Grant here, just 1 second before
Yeah.
you do Dave. He said, he's saying that they're calling it a sort of scratchy bottom, which he didn't, and that Mark would have seen it, which makes it...
Just on scratchy
but then-
bottoms, I'm just going to butt in here. Do you know where...
This is a buddy, not a buddy.
Yeah, that's a buddy, not a buddy.
Oh.
A lot of
Do you
butts
know
on
what a
this show.
scratchy bottom is?
Oh, that one, though.
Apparently,
I said to Rob, it's hemorrhoids. But he said, no, it's a place near Newmarket in the UK.
scratchy bottom.
There's
Hamlet.
scratchy up the hill and scratchy bottoms down in the valley.
Yeah. That's a hamlet.
Wow.
Got to dig a hamlet, don't you?
I can't believe he didn't write that.
Wow. And there goes Pierce. Glenn Munsey is way more annoying than a Ladbroke said. Look, I want to talk about Glenn Munsey.
Yeah. Old friend of ours.
Yeah, he's a good guy, isn't he? Huh?
Yeah. He's
Like, he'd say he's intelligent. Would you say he's highly intelligent?
Glenn's not dumb, no.
No, you wouldn't say he's dumb.
Yeah.
He's a spruiker.
Yeah.
You'd say he's very good at what he does.
Look, he's
He was a good bookmaker's clerk for Cold
Yep,
Mighty.
yep.
He was a senior sort of bookmaker's clerk. Bit of a pretend punter, not really a better,
No.
but didn't claim to be.
no, but, yeah.
So how does a man with that much intelligence have a fucking $100,000 Land Cruiser or whatever he's got with the number plates GM, drive to Newcastle in the right-hand lane, sit on 110 with Pollard behind you
I don't know.
for fucking kilometres? And then when he did move over and pooped, it's a fucking idiot. Like, you know, like how hard? Because I didn't know it was Munsey. I knew it was GM, and then I saw it was Munsey. I still give him it. How do you sit in the right-hand lane at 110 zone if you're a...
If you've
I
got intelligence.
understand if you're a retard.
Right, okay, but he wouldn't have done that in 1998, but he'll do that in 2015 because of all that's taken place since.
Yeah.
What's taking place?
Oh, it's
Well,
impossible to
he's
fucking
got-
speed.
No, I'm not talking about the cars. I'm
Oh.
talking about the fact that he's gone to Tab
Yeah.
and
What's
like
that he's driving?
it must have. He can't have been that stupid back then.
Oh, so you're saying that now he's at the top,
Now
it's
that
time to be
like,
dumb
it's
and
like,
dumber
yeah,
and be talking away and, yeah, we're talking to Duff and whatever, and talking shit. Because you get people in the car, he was in the right-hand lane doing 110.
It is the speed limit.
no, but it
That's
doesn't
not
matter.
the speed limit for the right. It's for people that want to do
Keep left
150
unless
and give the
overtaking.
coppers a chance to get me.
Yeah.
Keep left.
I
Don't
don't.
start standing up for him.
I'm not
That's the
standing
speed
up for him.
limit.
No, I thought you'd dropped off that because the pinch is too high now.
Oh, okay, I have dropped off. I'm at 135. And if I want to sit at 110, I'll move to the middle.
Middle
left.
and
Definitely
left.
the middle.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah.
There's
I mean, because
Mark.
you are talking about normally three lanes there. A lot of the
Love the way,
trip,
there
yeah.
he was. He was 3 deep.
3 deep.
Loving life, he was.
Did you drive Lee Dalton out to the track?
No, he didn't get a lift of me.
No.
He wouldn't have.
He
I did
was
drive.
where he was warned.
I did drive a bloke for the first time out of the track, and he just got out of the car and he dropped to his knees and prayed. Gave thanks to Christ for saving him. Anyway, let's move on from Dave.
Dave said, hey, trendsetters, you know what I hate? Statisticians. People who do the stats on races and state that horse A can't win because it was trying to do that it hadn't done in 100 years, etc. If the race was held on the same course with exactly the same field and exactly the same conditions, but the race had a different name, would they say the same horse couldn't win? Barring bad luck, the only reason a horse doesn't win is that it's not good enough under the conditions on the day. Nothing to do what happened yesterday, last week, or 100 years ago by different horses against different fields. And under different conditions, these people like us to think of them as experts. X is an unknown quality, and spurt is a drip under pressure. So maybe they are experts. Okay, yeah.
Dave, you've got massive issues. You're worse than me. Eh?
Every horse in every race has to be judged on its own merits. If history was a reliable guide, no one would even try something that has never been done before, because obviously it can't be done. History says so. Where would that lead us? As I said, trendsetters, I hate statisticians, like people who don't turn off their mobile phones inside a movie theatre or in a restaurant, or when doing a Punters show, if you get my drift.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah,
What? I leave my phone on.
yeah,
We all do.
yeah. Great show, keep up the good work. Veritas equitas.
Yeah, what does that mean?
What does that mean?
Truth and justice. Truth and justice.
That was.
Why don't you put your...
It ended well, Dave. At first, I thought massive. I thought you might be stoned halfway through when you were writing down.
I think Wiz is actually a little bit later on, but we'll get to Wiz. It did come through at 1:06.
Why don't you turn your phones onto silent and do the Punters show?
But I missed the call.
But I don't answer mine. Mine just rings.
I answer mine.
Yeah.
You want to answer yours.
I know, but it's still
phone call's
rings.
more important than these people, even though I like them. I think a lot of the boys from Dubbo come to say hello. A couple of boys from Dubbo.
I didn't see the boys from Dubbo. Oh yeah, the boys. Oh yeah, from
they
Dubbo.
want
The
to
boys.
get a
We got the photo. Glenn actually got asked for a photo, and it
got
wasn't to
asked for a
take
photo.
it.
Because remember the last time I got asked for a photo, and then I did the wrong thing because they wanted me to take a photo of them. Remember the Chinese shop?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, with us.
Yeah.
And then I was embarrassed.
Yep.
Yeah, this bloke said photo. I went, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice one. Go,
Beautiful.
boys.
Mick Fagan,
Good man.
good man. He was all part of the Mark Sheen punting
Speaking
team
of
there.
Mick,
And,
Sorry, I see him at Coogee walking, always trying to stay fit.
yeah, I gave up betting in staying races a long time ago, so it doesn't really bother me who wins them. But why permit is not barred for inconsistency is beyond me. Darren said exactly the same thing to me. He said, why is permit even allowed to race? The turnaround between it and Faust in the Canberra Cup is hard to get your head around. Suppose it's just another Waller form reversal, so the stewards just pat Chris on the back and on we go. He's Your Man was not the same horse Saturday as he was at Warwick Farmer Start before, and there's just too many others to mention. You would just like to see those in charge of Sydney racing just get one thing right. Tracks, grandstand, field sizes, cobalt inquiries, all a mess.
Yeah, and look, just getting back to the permit, and I think if you went through the last month's staying results, like it's just result after result after result. Everything we've spoke about, Faust winning the Canberra Cup, it was 40s, we got permit. It's just every time there's a staying event, if you're well in the market, you seem to have as much chance as Fraser's. Fraser's won Roselle
Newcastle
70s.
race one, wasn't it?
Who was it?
Ultimate best.
Yeah,
Joe McDonald, $1.20 taken.
$1.20, $1.17 taken. I love $1.17. Down the outside, 141. There it was. Everything in staying races is up to
They're stayers.
Yeah, it's weird. So when you bet on staying races, be very wary
It's
of
an old
favourites.
pearl, you know? Like
Yeah.
it's a frequent pearl of lots of people.
It's a great pearl.
Wiz came through at about 1:06 in the morning.
Can you whiz your
Can anyone help me? What doing you think of the possibility that by TVN completing its duties, more fair dinkum players will return to the tracks in Victoria and New South Wales? Voila. Dang. We can only hear people in higher places around the country take heed of the pearls of wisdom regarding the betterment of the industry that you blokes talk about. Over, under, never out, whiz dog.
Good old whiz dog.
Good on you.
Yeah,
Wow.
you mean like Sam?
Is it our first from Whiz Dog?
Well, it's not the
Is
first
he the
communication.
voila guy?
Hey?
Some guy always says voila. Is that Whiz Dog?
I'm not sure.
Did they get the
Glenn
voila off
started,
me?
yeah,
That came off
started.
Glenn still
I
came
started that
back.
years ago.
No, he
When you
came
came
back
back
with
from
France.
Only
Voila.
because I saw the bloke, like I said,
Voila,
here,
yeah.
like get the beautiful dessert, voila, and then you get booked and pinched, and it was voila.
Voila, yeah.
What a great word.
And I think you use the thing, then you're with a girl, you go on and face your wife, but dick and you go voila. I think that's how you use it. I think
It's in the part two.
no, it's not. Peter, no, you've only got that. This is what I'm saying.
There's
more?
more emails.
Yeah, they only went 35, 45 for the first 600 in the slipper yet. Well, Oliver said 3 wide on, what is it, Speak Fondly, giving cover to Vancouver. Deliberate, question mark?
I thought it looked odd. I did ask Damien how the punt's been on Saturday, and he was very unhappy with that question, which I thought was a fair question.
Yeah, of course it is.
Well, if you're a punter, you like to know how your mates are going.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
How you been going, Damien, on the punt?
That's any good. But the thing is, it's not a fair question to Damien or anyone like that because they never get asked fair questions.
He's the best.
You're not allowed to opinion.
I tell you one thing, he's pretty good on it.
Goes okay. From Snapper, how did Rick look after the slipper?
Can you imagine about? Well, he would have been thinking about contribute, I suppose, but
Oh no!
Honestly,
no!
services, haptic,
Yeah, Ottoman.
ottoman. No, Lexusville will win another race because it can come off running last, and
Yeah.
it was uncontested. The other three, maybe never.
Furnaces was
What are they?
for old Rick.
What are they, Matt?
Furnace is okay, and Exosphere, the rest. I don't know about the rest of the 2-year-olds. Will English win a race? I don't know.
I think it's almost winner only, isn't it?
Yeah, it's winner. It is winner only,
Yeah.
no doubt.
Yeah.
And hopefully he goes off to start after he wins the next 2, and we just don't
Yeah,
have to worry
that's
about
Don't worry about anyone.
Oh, Gai does tend to convince.
to keep him for 3
Yeah,
years.
she'll keep them for.
it. I
at
know,
least
and then
three
they
years.
become problematic. I mean,
Unless
you
you
know,
want to
Piero went down in the Copper Guineas at $1.30, wasn't it? Right? Dance Hero was like hit
Well,
and
no,
miss, hit
your
and
man
miss for
Nash
about
wasn't exactly
2 campaigns.
faultless in that. Anyway, all right,
Good the races.
that's into part 2.